Hey everyone, are your allergies preventing you from reversing your multiple sclerosis naturally? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways that we could find out which allergies are getting in our way.
Let's start today. Let's start today. Start!
In 2008, I was diagnosed with MS. But after a long journey and a lot of help, I was able to beat MS, 10 years symptom-free. The first method that I want to share with you guys is something called kinesiology. It was the first method that was introduced to me when I was first looking to reverse my multiple sclerosis. Now, kinesiology basically is the study between your physical body and how it relates to your internal organs and your overall health. So if you want to get kinesiology done to see what that relationship is in terms of allergies, you don't go to a kinesiologist per se. Holistic neurologists can do it. More often than not, you're going to find chiropractors are doing it. And you're going to see if they're learned on the topic of kinesiology. A lot of times they'll advertise that. So to get this done, the shortcut is just to check out some chiropractors that practice this. If you find other people that do it, that's okay too. So how do they do kinesiology? It's really simple, okay? Now, it could be a food item, it could be a heavy metal, it could be a makeup, a lotion, it could be anything like that. It doesn't matter what it is. Just something that is part of your daily routine or something that you use frequently enough that you want to check to see if it's getting in the way of reversing your multiple sclerosis naturally. Let's say if you're taking a supplement and you want to know if it jives with your body or not. So here's what's going to happen. They're going to take that supplement and they're going to put it on your hand, on your palm, okay? And probably your right palm, whichever one you're dominant in, it's fine. But for me, they put in the right palm, and on my left palm, I touch my thumb to my pinky, okay? Now, if it was neutral, the person performing kinesiology on me would pull right here, okay? Now, if it was neutral, you wouldn't really notice any difference at all, okay? It's not bad, it's not good, it's whatever, okay? Let's say you have it on there, you go like that, the person performing kinesiology pulls like this, and it pulls apart. That means what you have in your hand right there is no good, and you have to cut it out, okay? If it's a supplement, then you just have to find another brand that jives with you and discontinue using that brand because your body doesn't like it. Now let's say if it's something that's good for you, what happens? You put it in the palm of your hand, you go like that, the person performing kinesiology pulls like this, and they notice there's a significant increase in strength right here. They're going to have a really hard time breaking this apart. That means that your body's grooving with it, your body likes it, and your body says, hey, this is good for us, keep this one going, okay? But back to the other stuff that's not so great for you, whether it be a food or makeup, you discontinue that. Right away, you find something else that tests good, so that way when you pull on it, it's strong, okay? That's the idea. We don't want neutral. We don't want to pull apart. We want this to be nice and strong. So what do you do if you put something on here that you really enjoy? Like for me, for example, I'm a huge popcorn guy. I love popcorn, so I put it right here. And the person performing kinesiology that I went to pulled right here. It pulled apart. And I said, oh my goodness.
No!
But you know what? I got my immune system in order. I got my body in order. And after a while, I retested for popcorn. And I went, and it was neutral. Went again, another time, and I noticed some strength. And that's when I resumed my popcorn consumption. Now, not as much as I did before. I was able to take that in moderation. Okay, now anything that you have in excess can cause an allergic response. Let's say if you have almond milk all the time or almonds all the time. Having too much of one thing can elicit an allergic response in your body. So it's good to mix up the diet. The second thing that I want to introduce you to is something called the COCA pulse test. That's spelled C-O-C-A pulse test. This you do in the comfort of your own home. You're not going anywhere for it. You don't have to make any phone calls, whatever. You don't need any assistance, any help. Okay, it's really simple to do. So what you do is, before you go to bed, you take a food product, and this is for food products only. You're going to put it next to your bed, and in the morning, you're going to wake up. You're not going to do anything that's going to raise your pulse. The first thing you're going to do before you do anything is you're going to check your pulse. See what it is. Okay? You can feel your vein right here, and you're just going to count for a minute and see what that number is. Okay? Let's say, for example, that number is 60. Okay? You're going to keep that in the back of your mind. You're going to stay relaxed. You're not going to do anything that's going to raise your pulse. The next thing you're going to do is take the food substance, put it under your tongue, and hold it there for 20 to 30 seconds. After that, you're going to take the food product out, put it on the side, and then you're going to hang out for 20 minutes. And you're just going to relax. You're just going to stay calm. You're not going to move around. Again, not do anything that's going to raise your pulse. And then after 20 minutes, you're going to check your pulse again. Now, if your pulse has gone up more than 5 beats per minute, then there's a good likelihood that you have an allergic reaction to that food, and that you shouldn't have it anymore. You need to take it out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
The third method of finding out which allergies we have is really easy. You don't have to call anyone up or make any appointments. You could do this at home. And how this works is this. Let's say if you love apples, okay? You're going to stop having apples for a week. You're not going to have anything that has apples in it, no applesauce, no apple ingredient at all. And you're going to abstain from that for a full week. Now, once that week is up, you're going to have a macro meal of only apples. So like a big plate of anything apples, okay? Now, because allergies can take up to 72 hours to produce any effect, you're going to wait 72 hours and see how you feel. Okay? Now, if you notice something within the next half hour, I mean, don't eat anything else after you have your macro meal for a little bit, for at least a couple hours, you're going to see. Now, if you notice anything different, then you're probably allergic to that. Now, if you're the same, easy breezy, then you could probably keep trucking along with that, and then you're fine. Then you can move on to the next product that you want to test out. Now, allergies in all forms is the biggest cause of inflammation for multiple sclerosis, any autoimmune disease. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. Okay, so inflammation and allergies to me is top priority, top number one. When I was first diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, before I did any chelation, ozone, dietary change, anything at all, the first thing that I did was, well, I got a hair analysis done to see if I had heavy metal toxicity. But after that, okay, so the second thing, I went to see this holistic neurologist in New York City, and he performed kinesiology, and he found out which foods I was allergic to for me. And once I started eliminating that stuff, then, you know, my symptoms started to slowly diminish. But then as I started to remove heavy metal toxins later on through chelation and ozone therapy, then that's when my symptoms wiped out. Okay? So the name of the game here, guys, is we don't want to do anything that's going to cause our immune system to hyperactivate. And what's going to cause the immune system to hyperactivate? It's anything that gives us inflammation. So it's super hyper important for us to keep clear of anything that's going to cause our body to ring the bells and turn on the sirens and hit those alarms saying, hey, we have a problem right here. Because as soon as your body starts doing that, then guess what it's not doing? It's not focusing on repair, rejuvenation, and getting you healthy. Okay, so cutting out all things that are inflammatory are super, super important. In addition to doing kinesiology, the Coca Pulse test, or abstaining from a food product for a week and finding out what foods we're allergic to, we also want to be cognizant of what emotions that we are bearing that are causing an inflammatory response. Now, I'm going to have some other videos about that coming up. You'll be able to check those out. Inflammation is so important to take a look at, and the allergens that cause the inflammation It's super huge. It's super important. You gotta look into it. It's really big.
Give me a hell yeah!
Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I hope you found the information to be useful and beneficial. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, to hit the like button to help out the channel, to hit the bell icon for future notifications. And my name's Ken Ciesla. Almost 11 years now. MS free, self-empowerment is the key. And now also with my book, Get Over Yourself, How I Reverse My Multiple Sclerosis on Amazon. I changed the book cover, and you're going to be able to get that on hardcover really soon. That's in the works. That's coming up. That should happen in about a week or two, if it's not already by the time you guys watch this video. So check that out. That book is basically my story and what I did to reverse my multiple sclerosis. Because on occasion I talk to you guys. You're free to contact me for any information or advice, and I'll talk to any of you guys that reach out. I don't charge anything for that, but if you'd like to know what my story is, there's my book, and there it is. And thank you guys so much. Have a great day. See you on the next video.